Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cross Media Show. Don't laugh at me, Fee. Don't laugh at me.
I was laughing at me going like this, and then you started. I'm like, oh, good. So I'm going to put my hands down.
Okay. All right. Today's topic is obviously Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 6. Before we get into it, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to give us a like and subscribe. That really helps us out with that. And it helps support us, and the content would just be better, Just give us a like and a subscribe, If you missed out on any of the this week's content, check out our website, thepenultimateconquest.com, and check out our VODs and even see the schedule for the rest of the month. So, with me, my co-host for this episode, this review series, I guess, is Fiona. Fee, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great. Oh, man. I'm excited to talk about this episode.
Man, oh, man, so am I. We also have Christian. Christian, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, everyone. Zofia is dead. All is right with the world.
Damn.
I don't know why I called her
out.
out.
God.
I didn't know what to say. I got nervous.
Honestly, she was my favorite one of the group, but that's okay.
Oh
my God.
Okay. And lastly, we have the host of Anime Nation, the newest show on the Penultimate Conquest, Ryan. Ryan, how's it going?
Hey, everyone. And I'm doing pretty good. And before we start off into this, I just got to say, thank you, Studio Mappa. You've been getting a lot of hate online.
Yeah.
You deserve.
Yeah.
This episode was fantastically animated
I have to agree.
and gorgeous.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
F the people who are saying it's not, because you know what? It's closer to the manga than anything they could have done. So it's amazing. And especially with the time crunch that they had, like, if I was a rude person, I'd be flipping you all off right now, because I'm really angry at the people who are giving them hate, because they've been putting in insane hours for 10 months, not 4 years, 10 months to make this freaking anime. Get over yourselves. If you think you can do better, do it yourselves. Like,
go off. I love it.
oh my God. I got so angry at someone because they're just like, it looks really stupid. It's CGI. I'm like, you can go bleep yourself. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they did so well. If you look at the manga in comparison, it's very well done. And yes, CGI looks a little bit different. And usually I'm not a huge fan of CGI, but the amount of like movement they have to do in an episode for those shots, like just 1 second takes 8 like drawings. 1 second. 8 drawings. There is 23 minutes in that episode. There's so much fighting. And then once we get into like later on, I'm not going to spoil anything, but y'all think they could have done this in 10 months doing it the regular way. Like,
I'm going to say, like, after like an incredible episode that we just got, if your first thought is to go complain about the animation, like, you should check, like, reevaluate what you got going on in your life, because that episode was amazing. Like, do better. Be positive.
Yeah.
Come on.
It really was.
do better. Oh my God.
Also, I want to shout out today's sponsor, Sprite. No, just Sprite.
Sprite?
Yeah.
What, Sprite?
It's still part of the Coca-Cola company, so please don't judge me.
Oh.
Again, my
I'm
job
sorry,
still has the Canadian Cokes, which don't taste as great as American Cokes. But, they still have good old American Sprite. So thank you, Sprite, for not sponsoring us.
Thank you, Sprite.
Thank you, Sprite.
I had a friend who made a beat for a Sprite commercial once. That was cool.
Really?
What?
Interesting. Oh, I might have to...
Those Sprite commercials always have funky beats.
Yeah, I might
Always
have to
funky
get this friend's info from you, because I'm
Certified banger.
I'm looking to do some beats for a couple stuff. We'll see. I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay.
All right. Fee, let's get into it.
Oh my God, guys. I'm so excited. And obviously we have to start this episode off with me being a little bit snarky by saying we start off the episode with an obvious flashback of Tybur back in the room that we see him in episode 4.
Are we sure?
Obvious flashback. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm sorry guys, I spoiled it for you. I should leave because obviously he's A-okay. If you haven't seen last episode, we'll talk about that in like a few minutes.
Christian, did you not see? Well, I was just gonna say, Christian, did you not see this episode's end credit scene where he's just perfectly fine?
No, man, he was swallowed whole actually, and just went right through Aaron.
Yeah, well, Aaron's body decomposed, so he was still fine. So it's exactly.
Yeah, he didn't burn up or anything.
Yeah, no, it's
he just climbed out, and he's just like, surprise, look at bitches, and then he left because he wasn't going to deal with everything that happened around him.
Exactly.
Actually, I do have a quick question. He was cut in half in the air, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he was
there's
crushed.
no back.
Yeah. R.I.P.
No, he served his purpose. He is in half now.
Yeah,
amazing.
Like, yeah, he is. He was DOA. Dead on attack on. Actually, you know what? DOAT. Dead on Attack Titan, because he was already in the air.
Love it.
He was spiraling out into control into Aaron's mouth.
Oh God.
DOAT. Okay,
Well done,
so
well done.
we get into a flashback to the events that occurred leading up to the declaration. He is saying what we now know is his final goodbyes to his children, and saying that he needs to go. You can see that he says like, "Oh, I'll be back," but you can tell by the rest of the people around him, especially the elders, that they know what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
They seem very somber. And he has a final goodbye with his someone. We don't know.
I thought he said. Oh, okay. Well, he said take care
his
of
wife.
the children.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's his wife. My apologies.
She's looking a little older. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Just you know what? He can get it. So he says goodbye to his wife, and then says, "Let's go," as he walks out. The only two people that we see on each side is what we assume to be a maid, because she's wearing black in comparison to the rest of the family, and a brunette, and then the tall dark guard that couldn't get it because he is insanely tall. Just saying. So
All right.
he's like 7 feet tall. Like he could be
Levi.
like some of the standard size Titans. I have thoughts on Levi, and they are not a popular opinion, so I'm just going to leave that out. So, we get into what was missing from last episode. This is why I'm not saying anything. Guys, I'm 6'2". He is 5'0". Let's talk about that later. So,
I'm going to need you to quote that out.
I will clip that out. Can we get that one more time?
He's 5'0".
Can we get that one more time, Fee?
He's 6'2". No, I'm 6'2". Goodness. Let's
start this again. We're talking about Levi. Are we not?
Okay, guys. I'm 6'2". He's 5'0". I'm going to end it there.
Okay.
So we're going to go right into what we were missing actually from last episode, which is the carriage scene between Commander Magath and Willie discussing what is about to happen. They realize that this is probably going to end in either some sort of conflict at the end of the declaration. So they need to be mentally prepared that Willie might not actually make it off of that stage. He didn't know what actually was about to happen to him. I don't think he was assuming that what transpired was actually going to be what happened, but I digress. And they realize that they've built relations with the world's elite, improving the reputation of the Eldians, and watching Paradise's movements at all times. But they realize that they should have been watching out their own backyard the entire time, because they realize that there has been infiltration of some sort in the Marleyan army. They don't know who, they don't know what, Fun fact, when they actually talk about this, you see a shot of a carriage rolling by and someone standing in the street. That's not a regular Eldian. So I'm going to continue with that later on.
Okay.
So they go down the street. It's actually pointed out by someone online. I forget. I'm so sorry. Person on TikTok who pointed that out. Don't know, but thank you. I will get your name later on. Yeah, we'll find your name later.
Yeah.
But before they do it, they had enemies crossing the sea and at their necks. And the Hat kind of go back and forth in between the scene, discussing the fact that they don't know who they are. They both know Marley has enemies and some of their own military. They plan on to smoke them out and put fire under their asses, as they specifically say during the scene. Willie asks, like, do you have a better idea? Like, this is my idea. What should we do in this case? Because I think we should just roast them. What should we do? I'm trying to find a better strategy because obviously he's not a military man. He is but a humble millionaire who lives in safety the majority of the time.
Diplomat?
My
I think he's a
goodness.
diplomat. Is that what he does?
Yeah, I think he's a diplomat because he like talks to a lot of like ambassadors and everyone knows him, so that would probably make the most sense. But he, their family does represent like the Eldians, but essentially the 1%, the 0.1% of Eldians.
Yeah. So
because
I'm sorry, I want to make this clear for myself and for pretty much everybody else. The Tyburs are Eldians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so when he says he wants to kill all the Eldians, I'm assuming he wants also to kill his family? Or just like them be... Okay, all right, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, because he, like, they kind of go into that discussion in the carriage that he doesn't care. Like, Magath talks about the fact that there's going to be so many people there. And he's like, I don't care. Like, if they're Eldians, they're on their own. Like, at this point, their only representation of in Marley have turned their backs on them. Like, their own people have turned their backs because they're like, we don't care. Yeah. You're devils. We're devils. But I think, like, at least from what I got from, like, the way that Willie talked, was he knows that he's a devil and that he is an Eldian and that he is a stain on the earth, essentially. But he's above that because he has power. His family has been supporting him and they have, like, generations of Eldians and they're able to weasel their way out of the last Titan War. What is this compared to that?
Well, I also think that it's him thinking like, oh, I'm better than they are because I'm putting an end to it. We're finally going to get rid of paradise and it's all going to be because of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he can put his face on that, then it's a positive overall. Yeah. Yeah, Magath. Oh, continue. What were you going to say, Christian?
Yeah, I was. This scene was, I think, troubling for me a little bit. Like trying to read it, because I think with the previous episodes, I wanted to like kind of empathize with Tybur a little bit with Willie. You know, kind of like find out how morally ambiguous he is, but in this like Marley versus Eldian debacle. But I think this scene, like for me, really kind of highlighted the fact that he's like definitely on the Marley side, with like his like very clear intention of like being a martyr, essentially. Like he knows this is going to be a public attack. Citizens of Marley are going to die, and he's doing this to get the whole world's attention on Marley's side, right? It's all about like public perception for him. And that's, I think, is reinforced with Magath saying, and there's no doubt that we are devils ourselves. Like Marley is letting this happen, knowing their citizens are going to be in peril. Yeah.
Which is messed up.
Very messed up.
Yeah.
That almost has like the same mindset as like Reiner in episode 3 when they kind of do the flashbacks with him, because he knows that he's an Eldian, but he wants to represent Marley, and he
Mhm.
wants to get recognition from his dad, but he wants to fight for Marley. And then I think that's also kind of where the split personality proceeded to happen when he went to Paradise. Was he was fighting for Marley. He was going, like, he knows that he's Eldian, but with this now like badge of honor on his arm, he's now a representation of like, I'm above this.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that was the same issue with like Willie. He flew too close to the sun.
Yep.
And thought everything was going to be okay. We're gonna just shake our head at that point. Yeah, but it does end up where they kind of, like we've all discussed, is it just him putting himself above the the Eldians in Marley. And then Magath asked him one more thing, that this isn't a war. We don't know who the enemies are or the goals and how they'll attack. Plus, the venue is, like we talked about, full of like a huge crowd. And he lets Willie know that he doubts that he'll be able to protect him. And as we just talked about, he wants to die as, like, if this is going to happen, he's going to die as a martyr.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
it's going to show that the devils from Paradise have come and have struck an attack on them. But I don't think they assumed that it was going to happen this fast. Yeah. And yeah, the last few things that it was before the scene changed was all above the Eldian in the oh my goodness, this was the quote was, unless I stand on stage, the world will not take notice. The military, the newspapers, the ambassadors won't gather in one place. Above all, the Eldians in the internment zone and I must be made tragic victims of an unforeseen attack. If I am the sole survivor, the world will not become my ally. Magath then takes a moment because Willie had already stretched out his hand, and Magath shakes his hand one final time. And Willie saying that there's no doubt that the Eldians are the spawn of the devil, and that there's no doubt that they are devils themselves. Which I felt like he was saying that even though Magath wasn't an Eldian, that they were the devils in the situation.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were about to just get a bunch of people killed.
Yeah.
In one
Yeah.
way or another. Willie shakes Magath's hand, and then we fade to Aaron's Titan Roar, focusing on Willie's shocked, bloodied expression as he's flying through the air, heading towards Aaron's mouth. He lands right in the targeted area, which was Aaron's esophagus, and then everything goes quiet. Because I don't think anyone was expecting this moment.
No.
As they all look in absolute shock. We cut to Magath gobsmacked, my apologies, and completely confused by the situation. And then overviewing the crowd, we see boulders flying into unsuspected viewers.
So good.
Aaron turns his head to look at the audience as they look with horror, and we see Aaron glaring back at them, one eye milky white, the other glowing, and his mouth dripping with Willie's blood. And then here's the opening. Do 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 do.
All I'm
It's-
saying
you know
is,
what?
Permanently stuck in my head.
Go ahead, Christian.
No, I'm just like, every time that intro starts with each and every episode, it gets better and better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because now I can.
Was I listening to that song to hype myself up before this podcast?
Yes, you were.
Were you?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Because I like to hear about my last war constantly. Because it seems like a really good time to be listening to stuff like that.
If we have any
Alright.
photoshoppers listening, if you can take the poster to Free Willy and superimpose Lord Tiber as the whale,
That would be good. That would
When
be
he's
good.
ripped in half to fire
Exactly.
through the air.
Oh God.
Just flying over Aaron.
you are free from the woes of this world, Willy.
Oh
He was
God.
content with it. That's how he wanted to go out.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't.
Some might say this is his fault.
That was how he wanted to
Well,
die.
all I'm saying is some might say this is his fault, you know? Had he not decided, hey, we're gonna kill these motherfuckers, he would still be alive to this day, you know?
That is true. He declared war on paradise. So
And this is what happens when you declare war.
on parody. Yeah.
War hits you in the face.
War eats you. Okay?
War never changes.
War, what is it good for?
Oh, I can do this all day.
That was a Seinfeld reference.
Oh my god.
Fee,
I mean, that's also
I'm
a
sorry.
song, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I'll
but
continue.
the Seinfeld reference is,
Yeah.
you know, War and Peace was actually supposed to be called War. What is it good for? After the song.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're such a George.
I really am. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's
You
a
are.
compliment.
God, yeah,
That's a real compliment coming from you guys. So yeah, I'll take it. Anyway, Fee, I'm sorry. Continue.
no, goodness. I like this banter. Also, I'm going to be honest. You know what? I'll talk about that later because that'll start a whole other thing and I don't need you to get upset. So,
You're such an Elaine. Sorry, continue.
we open with people screaming and stampeding out of the theater, seeing a man half crushed by a rock, RIP. We go to the military in the stands, mostly looking in shock and standing, except for the general, who is just staring at him and like pretty much like, I'm done with this shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
As he just sits there
Yeah.
and lets Aaron charge at him and smash him into bits. That is
Dude,
the last time we see the general.
It wasn't just a slam. It was like a smash. It was a body slam. Like his
Oh, yeah.
torso, just like.
Yeah.
He
Which
was
I
just
love.
like, I'm gonna take out all of these.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Except the general's like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, if I live
Mhm.
through this is on me. Nope, I'm out. So he definitely accepts that quite quickly. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at that
That's
moment
okay.
because he just looked at so like, I'm done with this shit.
Shouts out to the
just
peanut
picturing
gallery
his
that's about
face.
to die.
Oh yeah, everyone's like running and he's just like
Mhm.
like dead-eyed, like you guys said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And his way out was letting Aaron crush him. We then God, this gets really gross. So we see Colt grabbing Gabby to see if she's okay and holding Udo with his other arm, who seems to have passed out. And Gabby looks around looking for Sophia to only turn around to see that she only has a bottom half now.
R.I.P.
The top half is gone. R.I.P. Gabby starts mindlessly screaming, almost as if, like, kind of like a comparison in this case was Aaron when he watches his mother dying, like just the sheer shock that she experiences. And Aaron experienced. I remember in season 1, he started screaming and yelling. This is almost the same reaction. She like petrified looked, can't like. It's definitely like you are full of shock at that point. Like, doesn't matter if you are bleeding at all. You are just, you could be missing a limb, shock. But this was definitely mentally deterring. She was my favorite.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, she was
Yeah,
the best
same.
one. Oh, she was the best
Same. Right, Christian, same?
No, for sure. This was sad for me.
Yeah.
She was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I liked her chill vibes. I don't. This sounds like I'm making fun of her. I'm not. I swear.
Okay, because you
It was
said
funny.
you
No.
were happy that she died.
Again, I was nervous. I didn't know what to say
Okay.
when you called on me.
All right. Well, I mean, you know the drill. Of course, that's how it goes.
Yeah, well, I just
Okay.
be saying stuff sometimes. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. That's okay.
Well, last girl, Sophia is now gone. Gabby looks back to Sophie. Well, at least what's left of her as we see her bottom half.
Oh my
Great
God.
notes, Fiona. Good notes. Yeah, I was
Some
being a little bit
legs.
just legs,
God.
just skirt and
Mhm.
legs under a boulder. Udo wakes up, yelling Sophia's name, and wiggles out of Colt's grip.
This was tragic, by the way. This one actually got me.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
It was a bit much.
I made a really untimely joke during my notes here, guys. And then, unfortunately, Udo gets trampled. Gabby and Colt have to watch as he consistently gets trampled by the crowd. He was trying to get away from Aaron. I may have said that you could say that Sophia and Udo were stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god!
Let's just end the show here.
A rock and a hard place. Oh Jesus Christ! You guys obviously did not care for Sophia. Okay.
I cared for Sophia, but it just seemed timely.
That's really good. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, so out of the rubble, we see a brunette maid that we saw earlier in Tyburs' family room, and we find out quickly that this was his sister. And by quickly, I mean she literally says, "Good job on what you've done, brother. You've fulfilled Tyburs' duty admirably." She then
What an exposition moment, by the way, because like no one talks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right.
Well,
that's a very Western point of view. Never mind.
No. I legit had to look up the words that she says.
What words?
To him. Oh God, where is this note? She specifically calls usurper Aaron Yeager.
Usurper.
Yeah, usurper. I had to look that up. I was like, who?
Oh, they're basically the person that is like trying to take over the quote unquote throne. No,
I didn't know.
Okay.
I. Either way, kind of weird wording in comparison to everybody else in the show.
Well, they're high society, so
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
haughty.
But I mean, Willie wasn't like that.
Yeah, but Willie was like kind of a bitch, you know.
I mean,
he took the coward's way
tall
out.
though.
He took the coward's way out.
He was tall. He was tall. So words with guards. We don't even know what the status of them are, guys. What is the status of the 7-foot tall guard? Who knows? Okay.
I'm sure he's still alive.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
He's the last, just the last one out of the Tybur family. I'm just joking. We have no idea what it is. So we see her get consumed by lightning and then turning into the Warhammer. What a freaking transition, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This animation though for this particular scene was spectacular. You see her transform from feet up, except she does not get to fully complete her transformation before
Aaron comes in
with that 1-2 crystal fist punch and punches her straight in the head, just square like. You are not going to be able to complete this shit. And that the Warhammer Titan instantly falls backwards, my apologies, and then proceeds to get her head bashed in by the attack Titan.
So good.
Did not want to let her finish.
Honestly,
he couldn't.
He was looking at her for like a good couple seconds, and I was like, "Are you not going to bash her face in? Like, what are you doing? Are you just going to wait for her to attack? Is that what it is?" But I'm glad he did it. Yeah. What?
No, I was gonna say sometimes you need to size your opponent up.
Yeah, but also sometimes like you realize that they're what is it? How many Titans do they have? 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to get rid of as many as fast as possible. You got rid of 2.
They have 4 Titans.
Yeah.
Do they?
Zeke's
the cart.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Art,
Zeke.
Beast.
Yeah, but like
Jaws.
all Zeke can really do is just throw baseballs, fastballs. Like
he can also turn a bunch of Eldians into Titans and then tell them what to do.
All right, I guess, Fee.
You guess?
I'm just kidding.
That
I'm
one's
just
less
kidding.
cool.
Yeah, like, you know, he also looks kind of.
He could be like, he could have a bunch of like LD and sleeper agents all throughout Marley.
Yeah, you're right.
And then just be like, wah! And then.
And then you just see on the title screen, Mission Impossible: Attack on Titan.
This is getting strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm lost.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why I said Mission Impossible, because Mission Impossible doesn't deal with sleeper agents. But sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for it. I'm really
Spoiler.
tired, guys.
It's okay.
Okay.
So we cut to the Marley military scrambling, asking Magath, what should we do next? The Warhammer Titan is getting destroyed as we speak in front of us. We have front row view of the Warhammer Titan just getting bashed consistently by Aaron. The Warriors are missing. Who the hell knows where they are? Like, we've lost Zeke, we've lost Peck, we've lost Porco.
Wink,
and now just
wink.
the other wink, wink, wink. I'm sorry, guys.
Poor Porco.
If you don't know why we're winking, watch the last episode and just watch me burn in flames there. So we're missing the Warriors. Captain Kelvin is now RIP. The rest of the brass also RIP. And are demanding orders at this point. They're like, "To hell, what the fuck are we supposed to do at this point?" As if he wasn't listening to them whatsoever, he just shoots at Aaron with his rifle.
Dude, in the most narcissistic nationalist thing he can do is just like shoot in silence and then tell everyone, make sure you remember that I made the first shot.
But also,
Marley-
Yep.
what would have been a great scene, again, for comedic relief, was if we just see Aaron pop up from the ground and the guy that's listening to the radio is like, yeah, hey, boss, we got to tighten up. You know? That would have been great. I'm sorry. Continue.
You seeing this over there?
Yeah. You told me to tell you if...
Nothing we've ever seen before.
Well, you told me to tell you if anything goes wrong. So here, it's the Titan right in front of your face.
Right? Like, they're just like, what?
Sir, we found Aaron.
Exactly. Nice shot, Fee. Nice shot.
Thank you.
No problem. Continue.
Yeah. Oh, I will.
Okay.
Oh, what a time, guys. Let me see here.
Listen, it's
How
the
did I
last day of
end
Trump's
up-
presidency. We're all just like going through it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Going through the motions.
And I'm Canadian. I'm still going through it.
All the more reason for you to be stressed. I get it. Like we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make
It's
sure
a rough
you
go,
know-
guys.
We get it.
Don't say that. There's actually like supporters here in Canada. They have rallies right now. They're having rallies, guys. I don't want to talk about it.
Are they,
Who
the,
rallies in Canada?
are they
for a
French
president
Canadians?
from another country?
Are they French Canadians?
No.
Oh.
No, they're Western.
Oh. Ew. Okay.
Oh, those Westerners.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wag my finger.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He takes the
Yeah.
first shot.
My goodness.
Mhm.
Where?
Magath takes
First shot. Just. Yeah, because he wants
A
to be the
blink.
first per. Yeah.
Symbolic.
He says that this was essentially a signal to the rest of Marley as a counterattack, to at least start the counterattack. At this point, if you're not starting your counterattack when you've lost essentially the entire brass and you're the only portion of the military left, you done fucked up, my dudes. You
Mhm.
done fucked up. Like,
Just a little
what?
bit.
Magath, I don't know what. Like, he obviously likes to kind of like show boast because, like you said, he wanted this to be, I was the first person to shoot at Aaron. Like, thumbs up, my dude.
He wants that
Thumbs up.
promotion.
Ooh,
wants to
he's
be a hero.
trying.
Yeah, he wants that promotion.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't, but apparently, according to Magath, Aaron Yeager coming himself to Marley was not actually on their list of many things that could have happened during that. So that whiteboard that they had with people betting, saying like what will actually happen during this event, Eren Yeager magically appearing as the Attack Titan was not one of them.
Yeah.
Shrug.
Levi with a gun. Number 1. That was the highest bet.
Yeah. Oh. We all know how Marley feels about the Ackerman.
Oh, God.
For 4 years, Zeke is going, guys, if you see a short, 5'0" man
Oh my God.
with a cape, you done fucked up. At that point,
Just run.
if you can
Just
see him,
run.
you're dead.
You just try your best to run.
He's got a cape, people. A cape. Who wears a cape in this day and age?
Ryder's
Looks pretty
talking
sick,
about
though.
if you see a girl with a red scarf, done fucked up, you're also dead because both of them are crazy.
Yep.
Oh my God. I also made a joke about guys. I had a lot of time apparently while the Ackermans, but I'll get into that later on. We cut to Eren and the Warhammer Titan fighting. Her face is pretty much destroyed. And then all of a sudden you kind of see a glimmer in her eye as a large pillar rises up into the sky, impaling the Attack Titan with spiraled in spikes. And then she rises up with her face steaming and then turning into the full embodiment of the Warhammer Titan.
Dude.
She looked so good.
Well, I thought this was
God,
the freakiest one because it's the most like anthropomorphized, like
Yeah.
humanoid of them all,
It
and it
looked
was just
weird.
like off-putting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very off-putting. Ugh, I didn't like it.
I loved it.
No.
And then it talks.
No, I'm with you.
And then it
This
was
is
like
my favorite of all the Titans.
the
I love
eyes
this
with
design.
the jail cell. Like, nah, I'm okay.
It's so cool.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So cool, guys.
I'm good.
It has a big hammer like King Dedede.
Yeah. And it's not even a huge hammer. She can do whatever she wants. She's like Go-Go
she can just
Gadget.
create things.
She's Go-Go Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she says Go-Go Gadget.
Okay. All right.
Like he says Go-Go Gadget. He's like
Yeah,
Go-Go
yeah, yeah.
Gadget,
No,
Rocket
no.
Arm.
Yeah, I've seen Inspector Gadget. I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to
Are
make
you
sure.
sure?
Yeah. I seen the TV show
Also,
and I saw the
question.
movie.
One thing I still don't understand, why call it the Warhammer Titan?
Because she can make a warhammer as big as she wants.
She can make a crossbow, she can make spikes.
They didn't
she can
have
make...
crossbows back then, Fee. Come on.
I don't think you saw the depictions. They literally
No,
like
no,
the
no.
depiction
What I'm saying-
of like the
no.
Great Titan War. They had crossbows.
I understand that, but oh, okay, then never mind.
I was gonna say, I'm like, in the Great Titan War, they have people with crossbows.
Yeah,
I don't
but,
know why
like,
they weren't like.
Why do I need a
Unless it was,
crossbow?
like-
I don't think you could shoot the crossbow. Did she make a crossbow?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
shoots it with.
Yeah, in this episode. Yeah.
Oh,
She takes her spikes and basically loads them in there and shoots people with them rapidly.
Why don't you watch the episode again, buddy?
yeah, I'm gonna. Have to. All
Spend
right.
less time on
She's
Seinfeld, more time
arguably
Attack on Titan.
Wow. Okay, being called out
You
on
should
my.
watch
own
it
show.
multiple times, like I do.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I should. I'm really
Now we're
tired,
getting to the
guys.
really sad part, guys. We cut to the people screaming on the street, and then the drunken guy from episode 3 who mistaken Sophia as Gabby. Like, Gabby is Sophia.
Oh,
my
it was
goodness.
him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
stumbles across the street, and his wife's like, we need to go. As a boulder kills both of them instantly. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace for the
Rest-
wife.
Rest in pieces.
Oh, Jesus.
The amount of boulders flying is a shocking amount. I would not
The
be
man is
expecting-
pounding her face in. Yeah, I would see some boulders flying as well. You know?
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
You know what?
If only the Marleyans were
You know what?
earthbenders. What?
It's true.
Yeah.
They could have won. They could have won.
This is how you win.
This is the only way you're gonna win this.
Oh, God.
My goodness. See Eren lifting his head after he's been impaled. We think that maybe he is out for the count because he was laying limp as he flew into the air. But he lifts his head. As we see the Warhammer Titan raised from the ground, steaming. And this is where she changes into the full Attack Titan. And then we could go back to Magath talking about he wants to be the first shot. Get over yourself, my dude. Like, I
thought
don't
this
like
is when
Magath,
he was
guys.
saying we need to help her eat him.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
well,
get the attack type.
Yeah, the guys were saying like we need to. There's no way that we're gonna be able to kill him,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, we need to distract him so the
Yeah.
Warhammer can eat him.
Yeah, we haven't even actually we haven't gotten to that point because she hasn't even talked to Aaron. She hasn't even called him the usurper, which I'm seeing now in my notes. So I'm
Okay.
realizing I'm like, this is how it transcends. But yeah, this is where he's just like, remember, I was the first one who shot. It's like, Magath, like, cool beans, dude.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations.
Go for like
Like,
type.
I'm go.
woo.
Keep up the work. Not
No.
the good work.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. Don't keep up the work. Just go home. You know.
Did you guys
Yeah.
notice he's left-handed? I thought that was pretty cool.
As a left-handed
Is he?
person, we don't accept him.
Interesting.
What?
I think
I'm
left-handed
left-handed,
people are
guys.
cool. Oh, there you
I'm
go.
also left-handed.
Am I the only
Heck
righty
yeah.
here?
I'm a righty. I'm
Get
sorry.
out of here.
We suck.
I'm just joking.
Wait, did you not just say you were also left-handed, Christian?
No, I'm right-handed. I
No.
wish I were left-handed. That'd
Okay.
be cool.
Okay.
Do you know what's funny? Left-handed people were considered a representation of the devil.
Yeah.
So
That is very true.
it all goes around. So joke's on you, Magath. You're a representation of the devil. Woo!
Oh.
I'm really angry.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
I'm
man,
so-
my hate for some of these characters is strong. I'm just gonna say.
You know what? I'm gonna say it.
Were we gonna
Magath
say
has
Christian?
the weirdest eyes. They're so buggy. They bother me.
He does.
I feel like that's the whole
Why
thing.
does he have moe eyes?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh my God.
off-putting, guys.
It's alarming. It's really truly alarming. I worry for him. Get those checked out.
Yeah. He needs to definitely get that checked out. Is everything okay, Christian?
No, yeah, that's why I got a text.
Oh, okay.
And then I was
It's very
laughing at
concerning.
Ryan.
Man, guys, just what a weirdo. Just I'm gonna say that. What a weirdo. We see more rubble because obviously they haven't this entire place has gone to the ground. People crying, bustling through the streets, still running around, and we see Gabby running alongside Colt, who is holding Udo in his arms. And Gabby asks, "How is he doing?" And Colt looks down and is like, we need to maybe go to a hospital because he is badly broken and bleeding.
Yeah.
Can I say this was a
Yeah.
very anti-Gabby thing to say? Like when the way she was illustrated in the first episode of the show, she was very much like grounded and like leading the kids to being like this fighter. So her asking that like was almost a rejection of that. Like she regressed into being like a total child. Maybe it was because like seeing her friends die kind of like shook her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to
think
say
when
it's
you
that.
turn over and one of your close friends is just legs now, it's going
Yeah.
to change you for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You're right.
This also kind of reminds me of some of the scouts back in season 2 during the tower scene. One of the scouts actually starts crying for her dad and then
Oh,
her
yeah.
family. And
Yeah.
so it's almost like when shock hits you, you kind of regress back to this particular point. Because she was like, and then we have Berthold when he was about to get consumed by Armin. He was calling out Reiner, he was calling out for Zeke, Annie, and then he got consumed. So it's kind of like that's kind of what I took from it when she was crying out, like when she was specifically asking, like, is he okay? Because she's seen other people die.
Yeah.
Like it is very
Mhm.
clear that she is used to watching people get slaughtered by the hundred, but she's not used to seeing her closest friends who she thought they were going to grow up, they were going to be able to get these titans, because they were all on track to become the new Zeke, the new Peck, the new Porco in like 8 years, because by this point he's had the Jaws Titan for 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't
9
think
years?
it's that. I think it's the fact that she's not used to being on the other side of the attack from a Titan. which yeah.
Attack from Titans.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
So she's a
She's
little
the one doing the attacking.
Yes.
It's like they have to eat their own medicine now.
Yeah. That's what they get. Said it since episode 1.
Oh man.
Yeah. I
So
almost made a joke.
man, guys. There's someone who I don't like more than who I dislike way more than, but we'll talk about that later.
Mhm.
We are back at the two pit dwellers. Peck Porco wink. They begin to discuss what's happening, and Peck kind of makes it honestly the clearest observation that there's tremors happening outside. So obviously the fight's already there's a fight going outside, probably including some Titan. And them ending up in the pit was no accident. Shocker. Yeah. It's not an accident. Because I don't assume that anyone in Marley would just be like, wha-bam! And then sending the pit. It doesn't seem like a really smart idea.
Yeah.
Into the hole.
Welcome into the buildings. And then all of a sudden, the Panzer unit arrives. Woo! Peck says, "You're late," in a very angry tone. And then they run around and grab a rope. Unfortunately, a comedy relief moment was actually removed from the scene. That makes me really upset. Because all the Panzer unit guys are jealous of the guy who got a hug, so they're all trying to be like, Peck, grab my hand, and they're all about to almost fall into the pit because they all want her to grab
really?
their hand. That was why? So this would have been great.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad it wasn't in there. I think
the tone would have been a hard change from the death of a lot of people.
Yeah, but they're like Marleyans, so who really cares, you know?
God, got me there.
I'm just saying, you
know. And then Porco is confused but happy to see them. And Peck now confesses the fact that the hug wasn't just a hug; it was a warning, saying that she didn't trust the guy with the beard in front of them, and that they should follow. So smart move, Peck.
It kind of felt like a cop out, but yeah, okay, all right, I'll accept it.
What do you mean? What do you mean a cop out?
Well, I just felt like, oh, how convenient that she had told them she doesn't trust this guy. I get that they had sprinkled in oh, haven't I seen you somewhere before? But I just felt like, oh, it was a little too convenient of a way for the story to progress for Porco, wink, wink, and Peck. So I didn't really like that part.
I think it fits in with their characters.
Oh no, it fits in with their characters. I just feel like
so much more.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Tactical and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely notice that. I don't notice you. Why? First off, a big speech is about to happen, which will probably want all of the, or basically their prized possessions of Marley, which is the Titan wielders they have, the Eldian Titan wielders. They probably want to have them to show off after what. Probably on the speech I'm going to get, they'd probably go up on stage and during the part of announcing war and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for just two of them to be taken away would be a little alarming, especially when they don't know where the rest of them are either. So
yeah,
I definitely see her being like, this sus, this suspicious.
Yeah. Also, she they kind of talk about it in episode 3 is that she was in the cart Titan for 2 months.
Yeah.
So she doesn't talk for 2 months, other than a few murmurs you see in season 3. But I feel that she's more of an observer because the cart Titan isn't a fighter because she needs to have people to help her, but she pays attention to a lot of things that are happening around her, and she listens a lot because she spends a lot of time being quiet, but I think she takes a lot more in than people might assume of her because she's just the cart Titan. So she's all
right.
That's you kind of notice it during episode 2 when they're having the meeting. She doesn't say much other than chiming in once or twice, but then she's almost like Annie, kind of in a way, because Annie was not. She didn't talk very much, But
Yeah, you're right.
Annie's very smart, except she cannot lie to save her life. But don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Man, the jokes this episode were great, guys. They run out of the building. The Panzer unit explains like everything that's happened. Peg was right. There has been attack by the attack Titan, and pretty much everyone's dead already. It's not looking great for them.
Oh no, our Titan
God,
is being attacked. It's an attack on Titan.
Whoa, ba-dumps. She says that they need to rush, that as if she was a chef on Hell's Kitchen, because I've been watching way too much of that.
Yes.
When they said that, like, it'll take 15 minutes, she's like, do it in 10. Which seems like a very Hell's Kitchen thing to do. What's up?
I absolutely love the camaraderie between her and her unit
It's so cute.
that rides on her back. They're friends and they're having a good time.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
happy for them.
because I feel like this is what's the word I'm looking for? Not the I guess the symbiosis between like they don't want to die and she definitely also doesn't want to die. So we should probably look out for each other. So yeah, let's be friends.
Yeah, exactly. There's a positive friendship going on. And Porco says he's about to leave, but before Peg is able to stop him, she hears something that causes her PTSD to kick in. She hears some ODM gear up built for her. Oh man, she's not happy. Yes, what's up, Christian?
I texted my friend when this moment happened. I told him like this is the first time I felt like a true fan of the show. Like I legit got excited. I was like very much hype. I wrote hype in my notes. Like I'm in, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck those guys,
Yeah.
and let's go with the scouts. All right, scouts all day, every day.
Because the scouts are cool.
You all sided against me when I said the scouts is what I was rooting for this season.
No.
The
No?
first
No, I don't remember
episode.
that.
The first episode.
No?
We all asked.
No.
Yes. Yes. Even you, Fee. Even you, which is kind of upsetting. But now I see
need
why.
you to clip that and then send it to me.
I will.
Because I don't believe you.
Okay. We. Well, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure you all.
Here's the thing.
Marleyans.
You do that.
There are a number of things that happened during the first few episodes that weren't even in the manga specifically because the creator of the manga and the series wants you to feel bad for Marley, like the Eldians and Marley.
Yeah.
Like it's really messed up. Like him hugging his kids, that didn't happen in the manga. He just said peace out kids and then left.
Yeah.
They did that in the anime specifically, so you're just like, man, he has kids, which I don't care about, but I digress. But there's like that person who's just like, he has children, but really is a dum-dum. But there's just like a number of things in it, which I kind of like, but no, I'm still a Scouts fan as a heads up.
Okay.
Scouts for life, but I still feel bad for people like Reiner because he's going through it and Reiner needs a hug. And I'm not the only one who believes that because I saw a number of TikToks recently and a number of videos that just said like, if you're a fan of Reiner, like if Reiner's your favorite person, you need a hug. Do you need help? Like there are people that can help you because he's going through it. And so probably are you because you're relating to Reiner way too much because Reiner's going through it.
Keeping it real, a hug would slap right now.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man.
COVID problems.
COVID problems for real. My goodness. Oh, I'm so excited about this, guys. We get an aerial quick shot of the city, and it lands and land on the fully transformed Warhammer Titan. And then I said, TBH, she's looking like a baddie. Because honestly, she's looking like a baddie. Except she looks kind of terrifying. She's looking like a baddie. She opens her hand, and electricity bursts from it, and she creates a massive mallet / hammer. The hammer. Warhammer Titan.
The War Mallet.
Once
Titan.
again, the War Mallet Titan, the meat incinerator Titan, because that is essentially a mallet that they use to like pulsify meat. Like it's not just a regular hammer. It has spikes at the bottom, like on each side of it, as if you're going to go like pulsify some like chicken for some chicken carbonara.
Yeah.
Like she is ready to take some people out. Some chicken parmesan. Yeah, chicken parmesan. She's coming out at it and is about to make an Italian dish with the Attack Titan's head. R.I.P. Just joking. He doesn't die here.
Before we get into it, I was waiting. I was just waiting for her to make a transmutation circle.
Oh, good reference.
Yeah, just because like it just pops up out of nowhere, you know, equivalent exchange.
Yeah. Instead, she impersonates a World of Warcraft boss and just randomly does an AoE spike attack on the ground.
I love AoE spike attacks, but you know what I love more? Our sponsor, Sprite. Thank you, Sprite.
Again, thanks Sprite for not sponsoring this episode.
Oh man, guys, Sprite's great. Except I'm totally drinking Sprite.
As you should.
Water.
It's water.
No, it's Sprite.
Got a big old glass of Sprite.
Yeah.
Right.
As you should.
Oh man. She swings back and yells.
Really?
What's up?
I'm just saying, we're really feeling it today.
Oh yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that happened this episode.
It's
It
just
needs to be done.
It's just one of those days, you know.
I'm liking the vibe though.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it at all. It's a really good vibe.
Good.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm in a Friday, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dancing.
Oh, we're dancing.
What did you think she said?
Nothing. We're getting so off the rails.
Just dancing
Oh,
as I
God.
explained that she swings back the hammer.
Did we talk about the spikes on the ground? Did I interrupt that? Because that was awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, this happens like a little ways. Still really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Her like spike aesthetic looks pretty great. Spikes on the pillar, spikes on the ground, spikes on her mallet.
The white and red aesthetic is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Just her color scheme is wonderful.
This reminds me of a Star Wars movie that I'm not good.
We don't talk about that Star Wars movie here. Okay.
We talk about the fan-made movie that had red and white.
Oh, okay.
But no, red and white aesthetic looks sick. It looks sick,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked it a lot. This is why she's also one of my favorite. Like, just
She's a
looks really
baddie.
good. She's a baddie. Also, as a heads up, she's like the second, like out of the 9, that is a female. So, female representation and looking like a baddie. Because we had Annie, and she didn't last very long, guys. She made it a few episodes after we found out she was a Titan, and then wha-bam, crystallized.
That's it.
We haven't seen her since.
Maybe they brought her over. It's like, I don't know if we should leave this at the other side on the island. We'll bring this with us.
I don't know why, just all of a sudden, I'm just picturing, like, Gilligan's Island theme song, and it's just, like, all of them, and then they're like, and Annie,
Oh,
the bottom of the ship is a crystal.
poor Annie.
That's a really old reference, guys. Great. I know. Oh, man. So, yeah, poor Annie. Man, I hope her dad's okay. Just realizing because shit's happening.
I forgot about him.
I didn't. Until just now. Well, I did until just now. My goodness. So she swings back the hammer towards the impaled Aaron, but with his crystallized fists, crushes the pillar. Wha-bam! And then jumps backwards. Hundreds of spikes protrude from the ground. with two of which impale his feet, but don't seem to stop him. Like he just doesn't like it's doesn't matter. Like that's a level 10 like Lego going
Yeah.
through his feet, and he
So
just
what?
doesn't even care.
No big deal.
No biggie. No biggie at all for him. Cannons start to blast around at him at the same time, all while holding the nape of his neck, because obviously that's where he currently is hanging out. So soldiers are cheering. Guys, why are you cheering?
Because they think they're going to win.
Planning on reloading the cannons, Magath tells them not to kill the Founding Titan or the Attack Titan because she needs to consume him.
Nice plan.
Yeah. As a fun side note, this didn't happen in the manga. He doesn't give a shit about either of them and says that they need to kill themselves.
Interesting. I figured
Yeah.
they just fixed that in post, you know?
I mean, I think it makes more sense in the anime to say that, like, to kind of remind the viewers, like, hey, to pass on a Titan from one to another, one needs to consume the other one. So this is their dummy explanation, but in an epic explanation.
God, if Founding combined with Hammer, that'd be bad. That'd be strong.
That would be straight up not the best thing that could happen.
He'd be unstoppable.
Man, we've already seen what happens to someone who owns like the Founding Titan at all, who's not a part of the Ymir line. And then we've also seen Eren as he like touches Historia to be like, whoa, this shit crazy. I can see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it all.
I'm seeing it all.
I'm tripping balls, man.
I mean, he's probably in then some because he couldn't enjoy the ocean, guys. He went to the ocean. He couldn't have just spent 10 seconds enjoying that.
We gotta go. You just hear taking care of business at the in the background.
The song?
Yeah. As soon as they reach the beach, you just hear taking care of business slowly fading in, and he's like, "We gotta go."
Oh my god. Yeah, he needs to he needed to calm down at that point. Just like for 1 second. I wish Connie just like knocked him in the head at that point, or like Sasha and been like, get over yourself, and then just be like, enjoy your time with us, because that seems like a Connie or a Sasha thing to do.
Yes.
Because Connie can bring humor into any situation. Oh man. All right. So one of Magath's right-hand man is like, doesn't really look like she's trying to consume him. She kind of looks like she's trying to destroy the shit out of this guy with her hand. Have you seen her hammer? It is not just a regular hammer. It is
so
covered
long.
in spikes.
You can get some angles.
She
of speed.
should have thought this through. She's using a two-handed weapon in a melee fight. She should have used a one-handed. This is her downfall.
Hey, yeah, she's not really thinking it through. She's more just acting out of anger.
Yeah.
Again, this
Her
wasn't
brother was
expected.
just eaten, and now she's like, "Well, time to go do this."
Yeah, they weren't
out.
expecting him to, like you said, they weren't expecting him to pop up in Marley.
I guess that kind of makes sense because she probably hasn't fought
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
anyone.
Oh yeah.
And so she's like, I'm the Warhammer Titan. She makes this huge hammer. That was the same downfall as Founding Titan before Gresha, where
Yeah.
she didn't know how to fight. She had a stronger Titan. Technically, she had higher stats, but didn't know how to use it properly.
Yeah.
And so Gresha was able to consume her. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That wasn't very smart, girl. Girl, man, she goes through it. However, it doesn't look like the yeah, we already talked about that. Warhammer swings back again. Not a super smart idea, because this time, striking off Eren's arm, I mean, kind of helpful, but not really what she wants to accomplish. The soldiers cheer as if the Warhammer has won. Once again, guys, stop cheering. This is not a smart idea. You guys obviously haven't fought anybody,
No.
but I digress. However, we see a very alive Aaron emerging from the nape of the attack titan. Aaron and the Warhammer meet eyes, and she raises her hammer again and says, "Usurper Aaron Yeager, do you have any last words?"
Oh,
The Warhammer-
amazing moment. Sorry.
That's so good.
Oh. I'm so excited by this, guys.
Fee, come on. What's next?
Now or never, Mikasa.
Oh,
Whew. We see our girl Mikasa fly with her ODM gear straight towards the Warhammer Titan without any previous knowledge. And what's up, Christian?
No, I just moved my hat. Sorry.
Oh,
kicking
cool.
ass and taking names.
She shoots multiple thunder spears, pointing because I could not remember that name until 2 seconds before the podcast, right at the nape of the neck, and releasing them all simultaneously wired. Man, they learned so much in the past 4 years. With a huge explosion, we see Mikasa pulling a cool guys don't look at explosions moment. She just like doesn't even look. She's just like flying away, like doesn't give two diddly shits. And then Magath and his second in command don't even notice in the background that dozens of scouts appear behind them to wreck their shit up.
Oh, it's a great army, guys.
Man,
Again, the guy on the phone is just not paying attention to anything.
like, oh, we see these people flying around like flying spiders. We don't know what's happening.
It's
like,
not even that. It's just like one person has to have had their radio on where you hear them dying. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like you're
That's a
telling
good
me
point.
you didn't hear or like something like that. I don't know.
Can
Continue.
we talk about how amazing their new outfits are? Their
Oh.
wartime outfits.
Again,
of
Yeah, I was gonna say the
same
same
thing.
thing.
Badass.
Black, murdered out black.
oh my
It's-
god.
With
So
the
badass.
silver gear and everything. It's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Also, that it feels like they took their fighting style from Kenny from season 2 or 3. I forget what season that was. I think it was 3.
Season
Because they're fighting like Kenny.
3, yeah.
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 So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me when they were like going through there. I'm like, they fight like Kenny does, where he wears an ODM gear to fight people,
Yeah, I believe it.
just swinging through cities. Yeah.
Because why not?
They all look
Guns built into the armor. Guns built into the ODM gear now, because they're ready to just wreck shop.
fantastic. They look amazing.
Oh, they look fantastic.
I have no words for this scene other than it was spectacular. Ooh, I'm really excited by this, guys. I just love the scouts so much. And we've been waiting 5 episodes before this point, and all we've seen is like flashbacks
Yeah.
of Mikasa and our team. God. And then we get to a sad part. Mikasa flies onto Aaron, landing on. Though he's still dead inside, he sounds marginally happy to see Mikasa. Marginally happy. Just like, you came. Like, dude! Not only did she, like, come with the rest of the scouts, but, like, they bring, like, the freaking thunder, like, pulse. They bring all, like, they've done this strategically. Like, I don't even know how they figured out how to, like, get through Marley, because this is a brand new city to them. Like, who the fuck knows that?
I
They're
feel
smart
like-
as hell.
But again, I feel like, oh shit, we hear rumbling and we see 2 tall ass titans fighting. We should probably get closer to them, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
But, like, you would assume that they'd have guards. Like, if I was, like, Mikasa, I'd be like, okay, they probably have guards, but I guess a lot of them were all at the declaration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This was the perfect thing. Everyone was in one place. You could have
Right.
hung out in any part of that city, got your gear
Yeah.
ready, everything, and then just been like, you hear Aaron, because you would hear that for miles, and then
Yeah.
just it's time to move.
Yeah.
And they kept hinting at the fact that everyone was going to be there.
Mhm.
Everybody in this, everybody. Like, did you know that everyone was going to be there? Like,
It's the talk of the it's the talk of the
Really,
season.
everybody.
Yeah.
except for the girl who was just like, bye, I just wanted to see what your face looked like. I'm gonna peace out, bitches, and then left with her two guys. She had the
Also,
right idea.
I really want to know what was up with that. Did she know, you know? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Sorry, continue.
And then we have a sad moment where Mikasa just asks, please come home. And then we cut to intermission, where they talk about the Warhammer Titan. Encased, and this was our explanation. The Warhammer Titan is encased in a shell created by extraordinary hardening ability. It can use the same hardening ability to construct any weapon it envisions at will. And then I put in question marks. Then why the fuck are they calling it the Warhammer Titan? Maybe that was the first weapon that they created. So then they're like,
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Is that when during the Great Titan War, it was just like hammer, Warhammer Titan. We got it, boys.
yeah.
We're in a
All the
war.
drawing table.
It's kind of like those scenes where
That's hammer.
yeah, well, it's kind of like those scenes where people just make up a name and they just look at all their surroundings. Yeah.
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 To be fair, like
I
the other
mean-
one throws a baseball, so.
Yeah, but he looks like a beast, you know? Ugh.
Very
Yeah.
true.
See the beast.
At
Question
the
mark.
docks.
Question mark. At the docks. Just straight up hanging. Where the fuck is Zeke? Let's be real.
He's
Where
just
Yeah.
dipping his toes in the ocean. He's just sitting at the edge of the pier, maybe fishing.
he just has some Bose headphones on, listening to the end of the show, which is like wiggling his feet in the like
Yeah.
off the dock,
Yeah.
just living his best life and just not realizing.
Yeah, why
It's
not?
like that. It's like that AirPods meme.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, he's got his AirPods and he can't hear us.
There's a Titan attacking.
hmm
Man, he's having apparently a time. Either that or who knows what's happened to him.
Right.
We then find out that Magath isn't completely useless and that he's called reinforcements from the mountains and in the ocean. And was just like, we need help, guys, because he knew something was going to happen. So he already called them and they're on their way. Good job, Magath. You're not completely consumed by yourself and thinking you could take down the Attack Titan all by yourself
hmm
with a gun. Dude, you work with Titans all the time. You think a gun's gonna do anything.
Yeah, I was symbolic.
Symbolically stupid. I'm just joking.
Got me there.
But you're not wrong.
Mhm.
I
Where's the
mean,
lie?
I definitely agree. It was a symbolic thing, for sure, because he knew that wasn't going to happen, but now he can be in the history books as Commander Magath from the Marleyan army, was the first person to shoot at the Attack Titan. Like, now your name's going to be written in the history books if there's anyone left, and good for you, my dude.
There's gonna be no more in history books.
Mhm.
He's having a time. We find out that they've retreated and they're now hiding in an apartment, shooting out the window, seeing scouts flying by in ODM gear, maybe trying to get in contact with the people by radio. Maybe someone's like, hey, Commander, did you see this Attack Titan? Wow! Like, who the bleep what he's doing at this point? Yeah, he talks about the fact that they will be, the people of Parody will be now seen as war criminals to the world because they came and attacked them first. Even though technically Marley said they declared war before this, so technically it's not a war crime, but I digress. they realize and that this was planned all along, even though there's casualties. He knew that this was going to happen. However, he knows that they are not dumb and know that this was the case. By they, he meant the people of Parody, or the scouts from Parody, or devils. My apologies. He doesn't call any of them people. He calls them devils. Before he's able to finish it, a grenade goes into the apartment and blows everyone up.
Mega,
Presumably,
no more.
right?
Presumably. We have no confirmation at all if he's alive or dead. It just went boom. I assume he used someone's body as protection. Magath is a
probably.
cockroach and he will not die.
He's such a cockroach. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Guys,
like just hiding around, just like screaming.
he just wants a statue of himself. That's it.
That's what he wants. He
That's
wants
what he
him in the
wants.
courtyard. He
Yeah.
wants him with a gun pointing out at the attack titan.
Yeah. Because why not?
Oh man. A few soldiers remain on the roof, one of them calling the scouts devils as he tries to shoot at them. Good luck with that, my friend. All of a sudden, he gets spiked with a grappling hook and sent over the edge by our horseman, Gene. Woo!
Such a
What a
badass
guy.
moment.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
He's
recognize
also
him
looking
at
pretty
first.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You said it. I was
Yeah.
thinking it. You said it.
I didn't recognize him up until
As a heads up, all the scouts are over the age of 18, so now we can make comments like this for the people comments before they turned 18. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, I didn't recognize him up until the last part where they actually show, like, his face well lit and also his hair. It was just really weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's looking good.
Oh, the minute I saw my just like.
But is he
Oh, that's
over
Gene.
5? Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're allowed to be horny now. Progress.
Yeah.
Father, I have sinned.
The positives of season 4. We can be horny for mains now.
Oh,
Um,
Oh, God.
Guys, I'm having a time. Oh man, this was a really intense episode. We need this. Okay.
But not for Levi because he's 5'0" nothing.
Yeah.
He's 5'0". Just saying. Oh man. Yeah. And then I said, in the typical Gene fashion, he calls all of the morons, reminding them that the plan was to leave the no civilian casualties. If they are able to not kill the citizens, do not do that. Do not kill citizens. This is important.
yeah.
Flock, he should have died. Season 3 replies that the only thing living here is enemies and the place that they live. I do not like Flock. If you do not remember who Flock is, he randomly shows up in 3 at the end,
Yeah.
where he says that Erwin should have lived over Armin, and then constantly bashes the rest of the scouts for their decision of keeping Armin alive. He's the redhead.
Honestly, I feel like after the first bashing, Aaron just should have picked him up and ate him, you know?
I just want to make sure, Aaron, Ryan, am I correct on that? That he is the dum-dum who told...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
correct. You're
he
right.
is.
Okay, I just want to make sure, guys,
Yeah.
because all I felt at that moment was the same hatred I had for season 3, and I'm like, that is him. And I
Yeah.
didn't even look it up. Should I have looked it up before the podcast? Absolutely. Did I not? Because my burning rage for him from season 3 came back? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
We can have a conversation about Erwin and Armin later on. Unfortunately, we lost a tall one with Erwin, but I digress.
A tall one.
6'2". He's the same height as
Pour one
me.
out for the homie.
Are you just looking these heights up?
This is well, let her be horny.
No, I'm just
Also-
saying, is this
Okay.
canon or like you just making these up on
It
the
is
spot?
100% canon.
Okay,
It is-
okay.
It is canon.
Okay.
Also, as someone who perpetually lives on TikTok, there are so many, my entire,
No.
For You page is now like Attack on Titan stuff. And some people are doing the like, this is what I would look like standing beside Erwin. And it's just like short girls and guys and people just standing beside like characters. Like they put like, they paste in how tall he would actually be. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it is kind of weird being like a bunch of people being like, wow, 6'2", so tall. And I'm like, my life, bitches. Because I'm 6'2". But I digress. So yeah, we lost a tall one there, and that's a whole other story, and that's a whole argument that could be an entire podcast in itself. All right. Flock asks Jean if he's just randomly forgotten the past like 10 years, or at least the entire time that they've been stuck in the wall, because they are their enemies. And did he forget the massacre that happened when they came and attacked the wall? And believes that all of them deserve it. Absolutely everybody. And Jean says, like, why do you still believe that? And that's it. Like, he asks him, why do you still believe this? Flock then points out that Eren wants to fight them. Do you see Eren down there? And not just wait to their deaths in the wall. Flock then says that they need a devil like Eren. Interesting. Once again, I still don't like him though.
No.
Just saying. That's my thought. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and if people want to come message me, what is it? Which side is my Twitter?
This side.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up here. You can message by all means. I can have a full-on discussion about that.
I don't honestly disagree with him. At this point, you're in wartime. It's kill or be killed. They were about to basically come do the same thing to your home. It's wartime.
I get it, but it's like also all the after school specials I've ever seen of a TV show always tell me like be better than your enemy, you know?
The ends don't justify the means, fam.
There you go. The ends just don't justify the means.
Valid. And by all means, we'll discuss my thought process on this entire thing about civilians later on. Okay. So Mikasa asks Eren, we cut back to them talking on the back of the Attack Titan, and she asks, do you realize what you have done? Pointing out to them the hundreds of civilians that he's killed at this point. And the fact that he's killed women, children, and you've done things that cannot be undone. And she's at this point in the verge of tears. And then Eren does not once again give a shit. His eyes are the exact same. You could tell him that he won $1 billion and that the war was over, and he would not give two diddly shits. Well, I mean, I guess he would care if the war was over, but he's seen too much to go back.
I think he's turned off his humanity for the sake of like it was something that he needed to do, you know? Regardless of the casualties.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Without even acknowledging anything that she said, he says, it's not over yet. We see the Warhammer Titan once again rise to death, which we believe should not be possible at this point because she blew the pajeebas out of the back of her neck at the nape, creating a crossbow. The crossbow.
The crossbow
from
Titan.
her hardening ability. And then the Warhammer shoots at Eren. Also saves both of them by grabbing Eren and ripping him out of the Attack Titan and then letting them fly with her ODM gear out. Realizing the extent of her abilities, Eren realizes that she can make whatever she wants, something we learned just a few minutes earlier, because I know it's taken us probably 25 minutes from the intermission, but we only learned about this probably 5 minutes beforehand, because everything is going crazy, guys. There's this entire series, guys. So much. Eren asks Mikasa to get the attention of the Warhammer Titan, and he says that if she's able to distract her, or it, he'll be able to consume the Warhammer Titan. So it's now an eating match. Whoever can eat the Titan first wins. And right now it is Warhammer versus Attack / Founding Titan. What an interesting turn of events, guys.
I love the total like Spider-Man Far From Home moment Mikasa has like right after this, when she's just like swinging around, in the square. Does that make sense?
Yes,
You
it
guys remember
does.
that scene from?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it
Thank
does.
you.
I
Yes.
got it.
Oh yeah, and it makes perfect sense, for sure. And it reminds me of the Spider-Man from like the first Spider-Man movie, when there was a bunch of boulders because they had that party that was on the deck, and then the deck above them crashes down on them. Rest in peace, all those people at that party.
Mm-hmm.
Pour some out for. I'm not going to pour any water on my desk. That would be really dumb.
For Spider-Man 1 people.
Not even the people in the show.
For Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I just poured some out for them.
Thank you.
No problem.
We get to see. We get to the hospital, and I'm laughing as I'm about to explain what's happening at the hospital, which we see people dying on the street, some people missing limbs, some people already dead. I call them the unfortunate crew. Colt, Gabby, and Udo are rejected entering the hospital. The doctor says, the kid's already dead. Like, I can't help you. This kid's already gone. And then gets called back in to help others. And then we see Udo laying on a blanket. He is 100% dead. You can tell because the art style for people who are dead in the show, it is very dark circles around their eyes, and just blood coming out of pretty much every orifice.
I didn't pick up on the
Ripskis.
eye thing. That's interesting. The blood was obvious, but the eye thing, that's cool.
Yeah. I noticed that even more during season 3, and it was when they kept on having like moments where they were talking about, I think it was season 3, or season 2, where they were doing flashbacks for Marco's death, because Marco, when he dies, his eyes become sunken and dark, and then we see it a few other times. So that's kind of the art style that, like, for me, it's like, this person's now dead. Like, they're dead because their eyes are like, they have dark around their eyes. And I felt really bad for this stuff because Udo seemed like, I was kind of hoping that he could live to a point where he could see past like the like entrapment and the like he was essentially caged Earth because he's an Eldian. And even though they were able to go out to like wars and stuff like that, he wasn't able to taste himself. So it's really unfortunate that he couldn't see that, because he talked about that he was in an internment camp outside of Marley, and now he's into another internment camp. So this made me really upset. He wasn't my favorite. Sophia was my favorite, but Udo is definitely up there as well, which makes me even more upset. Oh god. So Cole tells Gabby at this point, you need to go find your family. Find your family and then go try to find a way out, get as far away from here as you can. And she says, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to stay and help. And he says, like, don't do that. That's really dumb. And she says she's going to go look for Falco, which we don't know how Falco is, because he was in the the blast area of Aaron. So
I'm worried about my boys, but I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? He seemed
fine.
He had a name.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, come on. No spoilers, please.
There's no spoilers.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
When she says that she's going to go, because I don't understand why Udo and Sophia had to die. You really didn't know why they had to die. Like, I get that, especially during a situation like this, but
this to me felt like her becoming of what the same reason why Aaron is so cold and dead as he is today. This is the beginning of her journey to be like Aaron.
Yeah.
and fall down that same path, because this is extremely similar to what happened to Aaron and his mom and all that kind of thing, and the things that he saw that day.
Yeah. In my notes, I said that it looked very reminiscent when he was like essentially putting a declaration himself saying that he was going to kill all Titans.
Yeah.
I think this is like episode 2 or 3 where he's like staring off out.
Yeah.
And Mikasa says like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I'm going to kill all of them. I'm going to kill all the Titans." And so this is pretty much her point being like, this is my like, I don't know why these people had, like, my friends had to die, but this is like, I'm going after to find out about Falco. And then she runs off, and then I put in brackets, like a child, because this was not a smart idea. Okay. So we see trucks loaded with soldiers on their way towards the plaza. And when Gabby runs running down the street by the trucks, 2 officers who are the gate guards from episode 3.
Yep.
Or 4. 3 or 4.
Yeah,
At this point, it's one of these particular times. And they tell her that she's being an idiot, which I agree, and that she needs to head home. Does she have a home at this point? We don't know, because everything's currently in rubble, so why tell her to go home? But I digress. More... All of a sudden, before they're able to like send her on her way, a truck explodes behind them, and then multiple more proceed to explode. And then we see Connie. We see Connie and another scout flying above. The gate guards start shooting above and tell Gabby to run, but as one of them was trying to tell her to, like, midway through, get shot. And then the other one gets shot when he tries to shoot back at them. And we find out the person who's shooting both of the guards down was our girl Sasha.
That's
looking 100% like a baddie. Like, she looked... Guys, Sasha's my absolute favorite. Like, I do not care about anyone else but Sasha. Ooh, man.
She looked good.
Sasha. What?
I said she looked good.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, she was shooting people like it was Warzone.
Hey, sometimes you got to do it.
She was getting like, she was hitting all, like, those, whatever.
Yeah. She's a sniper now. She's just out there.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it.
This makes me like her even more, guys.
Murder.
Man. We see Sasha looking down at Gabby, and you can see Sasha's reflection in Gabby's eyes.
Yeah.
As she gets even more irritated and frustrated. And rest in peace. She notices that both, like, she looks down and we see some pretty gory sight of both of the gate guards. And she looks back up at Sasha again, and then proceeds to cut to Connie landing beside Sasha, telling her that they need to block off the street. But then Sasha's like, "Do you not remember the plan of using the light?" And he says, "You are correct, Sasha. That is the..." Yeah, so they light up the street by taping a floodlight to the top of a building and then flying away. Oh man, she is upset. Gabby proceeds to get even more upset, screaming, and then grabs the rifle off of the dead gate guard.
And then charging into the battlefield.
I'm just gonna shake my head. We see most of the gang back together, except for a few of them. Connie letting G know that they have stalled reinforcements, aka the blue Jeep is out of all the trucks. And then Sasha confirms, yeah, we did put up the light, because that was the more important thing out of all this. We put up that light.
That's right. Sasha
with her her one track buying kind of thing. And now we get to the game of cat and mouse. In Mikasa, I put in my notes, Mikasa versus the Warhammer Titan. The main objective, distract the Warhammer Titan. Jean says it's going well, as long as they take their time. However, who knows at this point what could happen? Who knows? They say this, Goodness. They say that they're only going to be able to know what comes after the battle if they survive, which is pretty dark, but also incredibly true.
Yeah.
Mikasa continues to fight the Warhammer Titan, shooting with the thunder spears and toying with the Warhammer Titan. And the Warhammer Titan's counteraction was to try to punch Mikasa, which does not go well. She does punch a wall in a building, killing probably more families. Good job, Warhammer Titan.
I'm sure they evacuated by then.
You hope.
They're
Them sitting there eating popcorn, watching this Titan fight outside.
I got some shit to do,
Honey,
guys.
get the kids.
Yeah.
they're like, we're gonna be okay. Analyzing the situation from above, Eren knew something was not right by the way that the Warhammer Titan transformed. Usually the Titans transform from the nape of the neck outwards. However, she transformed from the feet up. And then this is when he realizes that the weird rope that was around her feet is pretty much an umbilical cord. Kind of gross.
Yeah,
but
real
also
gross.
true. Am I wrong though?
No, it was real gross.
That was nasty.
No, that's
Yeah.
kind of exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
Ugh.
So gross. Yeah, it's connected to the Warhammer Titan's ankle, almost like Achilles' heel.
Oh, I love that.
Heck yeah. Greek mythology, guys.
That's how you gotta do it.
He realizes that the cord goes from her ankle to below the stage. Instead of controlling the Titan from the nape, she's hidden away somewhere, which is very different in comparison to the rest of the Titan, but also a feature that the Warhammer Titan has. So she's been safe the entire time, just hanging out below the stage. So Eren once again transforms into the Attack Titan and grabs at the location where the cord led to on the stage. The Warhammer Titan is now petrified and is with this action, finding his prize, he pulls the crystallized maiden from below the stage and pulls the cord off, completely demobilizing the Warhammer Titan, because that is how she was pulling it. Everyone looked scene just like we are, just as Eren is about to enjoy his Tyburs snack. The Jaws Titan is coming from behind to attack. Oh man, I had fun at this point.
Yeah.
He's oh my god, guys, What's up?
No, I was like, what was I typing at this point that I missed when he came in? But you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Porco eagerly controls the Jaws Titan to jump on the back of the Attack Titan. He is overly excited and prepared to take the Founding Titan for himself, which is not a part of the plan, but he's going to take it anyway. Mikasa screams and flies quickly. However, she is not the one to strike at the Jaws Titan. Who wants to guess who actually took the hit at the Jaws Titan?
Our short king.
Is it Ryan's favorite character in this whole show? Yes, it is.
Coming down from the heavens, we see our emerald-caped hero take a quick slice down, petrifying Porco. Was that him? Was it Ackerman? Now joining the AA Society of Marley, which is Ackerman's Anonymous, where they are constantly mortified and have constant nightmares and have PTSD from the Ackerman family. Woo! Zeke was warning them the entire time, and once again, almost reflecting like season 3, where Zeke was like, nah, this kid doesn't matter. Like, this guy doesn't, he's not gonna do anything. The Jaws, Porco realizes he's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
The minute where he's like, I can't bite down. I can't feel my jaw.
Was that good
I'm like,
line?
that's your whole gimmick.
Yeah. He had one job.
You had one job. And he didn't do it fast enough, which was... What we can see is if these people just took, like, rather than relishing in a particular point, could get a lot more done if they weren't so cocky.
Yeah.
Which was Porco in this particular moment. Um, this moment of fright gave the Attack Titan the opportunity to smash both of them backwards and into the wall, releasing the Jaws Titan from his neck. The Attack Titan grabs his hair, and the Jaws Titan wiggles his way out somehow, and is trying to retreat, but then realizes that he's not able to because his point of exit has now been exploded, and he falls to his, what we hope is his demise, but let's be real, guys, it's not his demise. Inside the Jaws Titan, Porco is shocked and says, "You're kidding me. Can't you see I'm a Titan?" Like, thinking that they're going to automatically support him.
Yeah.
That is not the case. Jaws, poor guy. These guys are human, just humans, yet they're coming to kill me. Like, you guys have the balls to come after me. And then we see the scouts flying towards him, almost like it reminded me of like baby spiders, and they're like leaving the nest, and they have like those strands, like that almost had that kind of like movement where they were like almost like like moving around to kind of like confuse him. These guys are the devils of parody. And then Levi lunges towards him, and that's the end of the episode.
So,
Banger.
Absolutely. What a fucking episode. Oh, God, I love it. I just want one thing for somebody to make, and that's the scene where they're like, you hear them, the scouts coming for the first time. I want.
Ragnarok?
Say that
Or
again?
immigrant song plays or what?
Oh, no. I want somebody to take the VO from Batman Begins, where the cops are like, I think it's the chase scene where they're doing the he's jumping from roof to roof. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that. God damn, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on. Continue. I'm sorry. I would be playing this.
That was intense.
So continue.
Man, well, I want to ask you, Ruben. I hope. What do you think? Do we get some more stuff with the lights? I'm trying to find out what happens with these lights.
I have a feeling it's just so that they don't see. Well, my thought process, because in the episode it looked like they were trying to blind out the lights to not blind them, but like make sure that the Titan didn't see who it was exactly. So I'm thinking that's for Zeke, for when he comes. So somebody could, like, they can do. I don't know. I think it's more for Levi per se, so he can take out Zeke, and Zeke doesn't know who it is per se. But that could just be me.
So you think that they're trying to blind Beast Titan?
Not blind Beast Titan, but like make sure so that they don't know, the Beast Titan doesn't know who it is per se. Like the shadow of the light, because if you ever seen something in front of a light, you can tell, you can't really see what it is. Like, God, I don't know.
I'm laughing because we're just like talking about the way lights and shadows work.
Yeah.
That's just really funny.
Yeah.
But I get exactly what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, everybody, guys, keep talking, keep talking.
No, this was really good. It was really, really well done.
The build up to this with these first 5 episodes to the all-out war, which is this episode, is fantastic, and is setting such a precedent now. Because as a manga reader, I know where this goes, and it's just going to keep going 0 to 100 for the rest of this, and it's going to be a good time.
Damn, it gets better.
Oh, you have no idea. Like, you think you know, but then you don't know.
Oh, I'm excited.
Beyond that. So, I'm really excited to see it animated, because I know, like, even as, like, I read the manga fairly recently, and, like, seeing it play out now is insane. Like, I still get excited. When I saw Mikasa, had to pause and then rewatch it again, and then like watch it through a little bit more, and then watch it again. It was just such a good scene.
People on Twitter were having some opinions about her hair. They didn't like it. Is that right?
I was also not a fan of it. It was a little too short for me.
We can say that she's 18 now.
I'm just talking about the
They
hair.
need to get over it.
I'm just talking about the hair.
Fair point.
I mean, Sasha's hair has changed.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. So that's.
Are you trying not to say that Sasha isn't? Because I will.
I'm not trying to say anything. I got nothing to say.
I just like that as as Aaron's hair starts to get longer, he starts to be more cold and kind of mirrors like Mikasa from the beginning of the show, whereas Mikasa seems to be more empathetic and like shows her like more of that side. So it's like the reversal of roles, so to speak. I'm kind of reaching here, but that's what I was picking up.
No, I definitely. Well, to a point where it's like, he was very empathetic at the beginning, and then she was very much like, we need to like pay attention to ourselves, like we need to make sure that we survive, and we need to and then now she's like, do you see all the people you just murdered? And he's like, I'm doing it for parody. Like,
I'm doing it for us.
What? Maybe he just needs to cut his hair. Maybe long hair just isn't his thing.
I'm gonna say it.
His hair.
I'm gonna say it. Maybe he just needs to get laid.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Well, it looks like he hasn't been
assumption.
There. Well, you're right. What is an upset? You're right. I apologize.
Oh man.
You don't know how much tail he's. I'm sorry. Just you know what? Just say something else. Move on.
I mean, he had his leg cut off for weeks. Like.
So what?
Who knows?
Hey, does TikTok know what Aaron Yeager is packing?
Oh my God! What the hell?
No, that's a clip. You can clip that one out. Certified banger right there.
Wow. I mean, I haven't come across that. What's really funny is like, okay, for people who are not in this Discord channel, there is an Attack on Titan channel, and it's mostly me just sending TikToks. And the majority of the time, I'm like, there's a thirst trap one or like a thirsty one. I'm like, nah, I don't need to post this, but now I'm going to. You guys are getting the full-fledged, everything I see, you guys are going to see it. And by all means, some of it gets weird, and it's not because I want that, it's because I now live apparently in Attack on Titan TikTok. Sure. But yeah, no, there's also a lot of hate that we're seeing by a lot of people who are upset about the animation, the fact that Mappa took it over, not realizing that if it didn't take it over, they wouldn't have the season, but I digress. So
Okay.
I think it's really silly.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Honestly, it kind of looks more to the manga. And I think if they had continued with the same studio, they may have a little bit more cartoony, I don't think that they would put as much of a darkness to it. Like, it's looking a little bit more realistic and especially like the Attack Titan. Like, the Attack Titan looks different if you look from like season 1 through 3 to season 4, but season 4 looks like he's seen some shit in that.
Absolutely.
Almost like reflecting Aaron at this point. So
I finally found it. And we're going to watch this clip. It's like a 2-second clip. Well,
okay.
A couple seconds. Hold on. Okay, do you see my screen? Okay, I'm going to maximize. I believe you can also hear it. So hold on, let me put it up a little. Did you hear that?
One more time?
Oh, hold on. Well, I was just... You hear it?
That's what you couldn't remember?
Well, no, not that specific scene, but like the banter that they have of him just like on the roof, like they don't believe it, you know? Sorry, it took a while to find that clip.
I'm glad we got here though.
Yeah. Same here.
A journey, really.
Yes, definitely. Anything else we want to talk about before we close out the show? Because we've been going on for a while. Almost 2 hours.
Episode 7 hype.
Fee, what's up? Okay. Yeah, episode 7 hype is real. I can't wait to see. We also haven't seen Armin. You know, where the fuck is he?
I feel like he's got a hand to play. Like he probably is like the brain behind a big part of this plan for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I have a feeling they're saving him for Zeke. When Zeke pops up, he's just gonna get rid of him.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome back.
Thanks. My microphone died.
Oh God.
So I was just like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hand gestures.
and
yeah, we don't know where Armin is.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I had to say. Anybody else want to say anything before we close out the show?
Just, I'm excited to see where this ride takes us.
Oh yeah.
I'm in, baby. I'm a fan now.
That's really upsetting to hear you say that.
You weren't a fan before?
No, he has said before that he did not like the show up until this season.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that
Christian,
nuts?
Attack on Titan fan.
Yeah. That's your new name.
Twitter bio.
Feels wrong.
Just add that.
Fee, I'm obligated to let you know that it is 25 days until Valentine's Day. Having said that, Fee, what are you plugging?
I am plugging, other than this podcast, because I'm a regular on here.
Which is good. We like having you on.
I almost spilled my water all over the place. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
You can check me out on Twitch, where I've been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising. Also, guys, just want to let you know, when I finish Immortals Phoenix Rising, congratulations, you actually finished a game for once. I'm going to be buying the Attack on Titan 2 game.
Oh.
And playing it on stream. So I'm really pumped about that. I cannot wait. So yeah, I get to make my own character and become bestest friends with Sasha. You can check me out on twitch.tv/Loranix. Z if you're Canadian, Z if you're American, URANIIX. And also on Twitter as well, you can see when I'm going to actually be streaming. I was going to stream tonight, but it's a little bit late now.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have right that I'm working on.
Okay.
Shrug.
Sounds good. Thank you. But also
Beat that
25
game.
days. Get on it, you know. Ryan, what are you plugging?
I'll be plugging Anime Nation, the new anime podcast here at the Penultimate Conquest.
That's right.
We did episode 1 with my boy Christian and Richie, and we got episode 2 coming next week. It will be about isekais.
That's
All
right.
things being transported to a different world. It's gonna be a good time.
Nice.
Excited. So
Very
look
excited.
for that. Well, you find this podcast and also the penultimateconquest.com, the new website.
Yeah. Christian,
Amazing.
what do you
Yes.
got? What are you plugging?
I am like the past few weeks, I've been plugging my Large Popcorn movie podcast called Large Popcorn. We just reached 100 downloads, so Sally's in the
Whoa.
chat for that.
Nice.
Woo.
We did an interview with Canadian director Palmer Wells and actor streamer Austin
Canadian.
Rubio.
Woo.
Yes, we love our Canadian friends here. About their Film Fest finalist movie, A Sadness I Chose, so stay tuned. We're also doing a top films of 2020, as well as a cool collaboration I can't announce just quite yet, but you should stay tuned for more info later.
Okay. Sweet. I am plugging the Hamilton podcast we're doing on Thursday.
Nice.
Which, man, oh man, almost forgot about, but am also very excited about.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. We could catch up after the show to see if you're, prepared for that. Yeah, it's a fun week. Me and Eric just did our first episodic review discussion of WandaVision episode 1 and 2, which was really, really interesting because one of our guests did not watch the show.
Mondays.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, it's Marvel Mondays because he switched it up on me, MCU Mondays, and I'm like, okay, all right, that works too. Yes, the website.
WandaVision.
That's right. That's all right. That's okay.
It works both ways.
Exactly. Thank you guys for joining us. I know we went a little bit long today, but trust me, the ride was worth it. The ride was worth it. All right.
Journey, not the destination.
Exactly. It's all about the journey, not the destination. Nobody cares about the destination. Nobody cares. It's all about the journey, Okay. Again, thank you guys for joining us. Have a good night.
I love you.
I'm fond of you too.
Wow. The rejection on the podcast.
Oh,
Were they just friend zoned?
I mean,
Apparently.
listen, I'm happily
Wow.